Hello YouTube, it's Fetty246 here, and this is the first real Java tutorial. Now here I have a class, blah 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 blah, as you can tell. I'm gonna start from scratch, so you guys understand. So I'll just delete this. I was experimenting earlier. Yeah, delete. Thank you. I'm gonna click this button up here. If you got NetBeans like I did, just click that button and it creates a new Java application or project. Click on Java and Java application. And then here you can type the name of the program, what you're doing. I'll just put like, I don't know, well, let's put like YouTube. There we go. And okay, so here we have YouTube. I'm gonna double click and enter the source package. I'm gonna right click and click on Java class, and this will create a new Java file. Here I'm gonna put let's see, apples. Apples. Okay. So here I got my Apple Java. So the first thing, whenever you run this program, it's gonna try to find a file. Now, when you compile this and you run it as an executable jar, which is just an exe, it tries to recognize the main file, so apples.java. So if I compile this, it'll say apples.java, and it'll try to recognize it. Now, how do we make it recognize this file? Very, very basic. Public class apples. Now, Java is case sensitive. This means that if you put, for example, if you put apples like this without an uppercase, which it really does have, then it'll be wrong. So you just put apples like that, and you turn on a curly bracket, and then when you press enter, it creates one for you. You could actually do this on a notepad like we did in the last tutorial, but you know, this is a more well, that's what it stands for, integrated design environment. It's very good for coding because it gives you shortcuts. You don't have to do every key, it gives you shortcuts. It's very easy. Now, in Java, it's all about methods because it's an object-oriented programming. So for example, if I wanted to make an AI, I'll just make an AI called AI.java, and that would be the AI object. Every time I want a new AI, I'll just create a new file of that by clicking. So for example, if I had another class called oranges.java, I'll just say new oranges, like so, and it'll create a file of that, and it'll go to the main method of that. Now, what is the main method, you may ask? Well, as I told you before, Java is an object-oriented programming, so there's a lot of methods in it. So we'll begin with the main method, and it's called the main method. String args. Now, public static void main string arguments args and square brackets close open. This is the main method, and whenever you run a Java program, for example, if I run this, it'll go to the main method, and I'll demonstrate it like this. I'll use an example from the first video. I'll put system.out.println, and I'll put this is the main method. Okay, so I have the main method here, and I have it to say this is the main method. This is the execute code. Whenever you execute a code, you have to have a semicolon. So this is like a command basically, and you have a colon at the end. This is a method. Now when I run this, it says this is the main method, because whatever you put in here, it goes onto the output. And that's what happened when we went to the command prompt, which is this. The output goes out to here. So basically what does happen when you run the program with this, or like an executable, at this moment we're using this, it goes to the apples. It recognizes the apple class, and it says, okay, I'm in the apple class. Now that I'm in the apple class, I'm going to execute everything that is inside the apple class. Or, well, not execute everything. It'll go immediately to the main method of the apple class. And it'll do whatever it says here. So if we had another method here that said public static void oranges, and we had brackets and then curly brackets, and we put this in here and put this is the orange method, we'll see what happens. It does not come up. Now, why does it not come up? Well, it's because whenever we run the program, it goes to the main method, but we never told it to go to the orange method. So this orange method is not used. It's just invisible. It's like it's not even there. Now how do we make the program go to this method? Very simple. Just type the name of the method, brackets, semicolon. Easy. So now if we run this, it'll show it. It went to the orange method so this is what happened. It recognized the file again, the apples. It went to the main method, and in the main method it executed the code in here, and it says oranges, and it says, and that means go to method oranges, and it says, okay, I'll go to the method oranges, which is right here, and I'll do whatever is in here. So it says this is the orange method. So if I actually have, you can have multiple things on here. System.out.println. This is the main method. Okay, so if we run that, in the beginning it says it goes to the main method and it says this is the main method. Then it goes to oranges and it does whatever's in here, which is this is the orange method. And it does it in order. So if we did orange here and main here, it would be the other way around. Orange method, main method. That's because this is ran first. Now that is as much as we're going to cover today. In the next tutorial, I'll show you more about variables and different type of variables and how to use them properly. Alright, if you liked the video, please subscribe, like, favorite, all those wonderful things you subscribers love to do, and I'll see you into the next tutorial. See you then. Bye.